So I'm here with Blair at
BGT, Breakthrough Golf Technology.
Breakthrough Golf Technology. And the shafts that you'll see, do you have one of the shafts close up right here? And that's why I'm really looking forward to it. I actually have a couple of customers that have had a fitting with you, and they were very, very impressed. And the fact that you're able to counterbalance these shafts and the fact that they don't twist at all, I'm really looking forward to trying it, yeah. So my daughter stole my Ping Dune putter. You remember the fitting I did at Ping headquarters with the Quintic technology, which is what you guys use. She loved it so much she stole it out of my bag, and she's putting with it right now. She's putting brilliantly with it. And so I inherited her Ping Crazy at 34 inches, and it's just a little too short for me. So I'm thinking this is going to be like a really good opportunity for me to get properly fit. So typically what I'm doing is I'm letting my arm putter unit hang from my shoulders. This is where gravity wants to place me. I bring that to the ball and do a little acid test, and I feel like that's where it wants to go. And now I'm just visualizing the ball rolling into that cup, and I'm going to let momentum roll it in that direction. So, acid test, see it roll in, let it go.
See it roll in, that's good. I like the psychological element, that's good. When people do not concentrate or focus, the data breaks down, and you can actually see people's stroke getting sloppy. So
there you go.
yeah.
That's what I asked my student. I said, you know, they say, well, you know, what did I do wrong? And I said, well, what were you focused on?
Right.
So.
Makes sense. Well, we can actually see it. You can actually see it changing in front of your eyes if you're not focused.
Acid test. See the ball roll in. Let momentum roll it in.
I have to admit, I didn't do my greenskeeping vacuuming today, so there's
no worries.
There's a little left-hand bias on this one today.
Is there?
Yeah, it seems like the carpet's rolling that way.
But okay.
The green is flat. We know that.
I'm just letting it go where it wants to go as soon as I'm
set. Nice.
There you go. All right. Best one yet.
You can see the golf ball being struck, and then the motion of the golf ball post-impact. We learned the club head motion, some of the face rotation numbers. That's a really good number. That's about average for tour, by the way.
There we go.
Then we look at ball related data. So we look at launch angle, whether the face is square to path. We see that in the side spin in RPMs. We see the initial forward rolling motion in RPMs, which looks like ball data looks like this. That's an increase in the rotational velocity of the cover of the ball.
Okay.
Then we see how long it took to get into rotation. We see when the ball got into zero skid, which is the point where the golf ball related data. We can see the shaft angle, where it starts and where it finishes. So it's X, and then in your case, X minus 1 degree, which is all good putters maintain a little bit of forward lean at the point of impact.
Okay, hands are leading.
Yep.
That's it. So even on a putt, the hand should lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just marginally. But
just marginally, yep. Yeah. Very good.
And so all this stuff populates. We see the ball speed. This is the deceleration of the golf ball. One of the most underrated metrics in putting. We use people's existing putter, and we reshaft them, and then we reweight them or regrip them depending on what is identified. Most cases we change the length because they're not aiming even close to correctly. And we change it based on the input we get from their aiming bias and their rotational profile. We tell them, everyone that leaves here, when they leave here with one of our shafts, they have their statistical probability of putting well improves. And whatever they're doing, they'll do more consistently. So they're only as good as their teaching and their practice.
Right. Exactly. Very cool.
So take a look at.
Okay, so what do we have? So
this is a PDF of the entire bank of data that we gathered on you. You did really well. Each one of these lines, colored lines, represents a separate putt.
Yep.
So there's 6 putts. We've got a decent sample. Okay. You did a really good job of consistently launching the ball. Most people have a much bigger spread. This is actually an amplified chart.
Wow.
Okay, so you've done a very nice job of launching the ball within a really tight window here.
Yeah.
So both the putter style and the loft match what you do. This is
Gravity
the increase
genius.
in rotation across the 16 inches over
Yeah.
which the camera tracks.
Yeah.
So your bottom axis is distance post-impact. Your left-hand axis is RPM of overspin, or not overspin, that's incorrect.
Right.
Rotation.
Yes, yeah.
Increase in rotation across the length. So you do a really good job of creating immediate forward rotation in your ball.
Yeah.
Many people have a red zone that's created if they have backspin.
Yeah.
There's a red zone that presents. That's really death for putting, as you know.
Yeah.
But yours, these map pretty close to the same way. When people are launching it too far or they've got backspin, you see abrupt increases in rotation with flat spots in the profile. They don't look, they're not this clean and they're not this curved.
Okay.
This is an example of a kind of a poster child for rotational increase across the distance.
That's great to know.
Yeah.
So now Blair's going to help me with length. And so when I take my posture, right, I'm bending forward from the hips. The arches of my feet are like suction cups. I'm applying some nice suction to the ground.
In a nice athletic position.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm allowing the arm club unit to hang from my shoulders. Now at 34 inches, you notice how the heel of the putter is coming off the ground.
Sure.
And so to me, it feels like it needs to be here.
Okay.
So from here, it feels like I've got the structure I need and everything's hanging beautifully from my shoulders. So what would you say would be the extra length needed?
And I'm going to have you get into your position. You can push down on this shaft, or you can lengthen it.
Got it.
Depending on what you feel is the correct address position. And then I'm going to make one more adjustment. I'm going to...
So a good way to do it would be Goldilocks.
Okay.
So this feels too short.
Right.
So I know already, just instinctively, this is feeling a lot better.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to loosen this and get the lie angle just right so that it's flat to the ground so that our center of gravity is now in line with the ball. And so...
Hang on a sec.
Yeah.
There.
So you're basically fitting yourself.
Right there. Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so what we do there
Is that was pretty flat?
well, actually, it's 70 degrees, so it's a standard.
No, meaning the sole of the club is pretty flat on the ground.
Oh, yeah. Let me just make sure.
So I needed an extra inch for sure.
Yeah.
Right. So I just tapped that down to where I felt like, all right. So now it feels like my structure is solid, and now when I swing back and through without stopping, it wants to settle there.
Right there. Okay. So it's just it looks as though the sole is pretty much flush to the ground there.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay.
So
we've got it right. So what we do is we go next door, measure what we have here.
Yeah.
And then I'll build that one, and we can show people how we do it if we want, or we can link it to a video that.
Yeah. Okay. Terrific. Okay. Terrific. So basically, the lie is probably more upright than this right now, isn't it?
It may be. Let's just take a look. You are at 172.
72?
Yeah, which is typical of people that have the grip in their lifelines.
That's right.
72 is just the number. It keeps coming up every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
72. All right.
Which is even par. Easy to remember.
There we go. And then this one here would be at what? Any way of it of
well,
noticing?
we can check that in our machinery next door.
Okay.
Before we start cutting, we measure it and we populate a data sheet, which I'll also send to you.
Okay.
I send your putting data as well as your putter data pre and post operation, so that you can know where you started and what you end up getting. So if you end up losing your putter, you can recreate it.
Yeah, just like Ping, right? We got all the data.
Well, I used to work for Ping, so
exactly.
Some of their
some good training there.
Good ideas. Yeah, they're smart people.
Awesome. All right, so we'll see you. We'll link another video down there for you so you get to see what that process is all about. And man,
that was fun.
I already thank you so much. I can't wait to see what the finished product looks like.
I watch a lot of people putt. You do a good job. Your fundamentals are excellent, so I'm going to have to spend some more time learning what you teach, so because it seems to be borne out in the data. It's very repeatable.
Wisdom in golf, everybody. Stick with us. You know, you're in the right place.